meant to show you guys what has been going on. I guess I showed y'all before, but this is what our our laser show. And then our next door neighbor has this one, which I think is kind of cool. I'm trying to make sure there's no kind of car. And then down the next house over has something that is similar to ours, but I think theirs move. There's like changes colors and stuff. So
I'm so groovy. I got power. I'm so groovy.
So I'm on my way to get these gifts or whatever the case may be. I had to look up because I forgot that Christmas is soon, and then I had to look at the times, and I'm like, okay, well, crap, like they're closing at 11, and then the next day they're closing at 6. So my best thing was to get it while now, and I'm feeling like a bunch of crap, and I really do not like. I just don't feel good, y'all. And of course, I will have to like include that in a later video sometime soon. But right now, I'm just gonna, you know, keep trying to figure out what it is that's making me sick. So I'm on my way to the stores. I'm actually just hitting up 2 stores. Like, I'm literally going to 2 stores, and them stores is like a Marshall's and maybe a CVS, and that's really technically about it. Because there's nothing really, I mean, I don't have to buy my parents anything, but I am getting the kids gifts, and that's just technically it. So yeah, but my spirit is on something else, and I have to address this because it's just what I need to do. A lot of us are going through a lot before the end of the year is to come. A lot of us are going to go through a lot when the new year is to come. I just want to let you guys know that when the old year ends and the new year begins, it's not gonna break you. One thing it will do is gonna make you stronger, and it's gonna make you more wiser, and it's gonna open your eyes up to a lot more of what's going on today. And but as I was saying, I'm about to take the other way, take the other street. So as I was saying, a lot of us are going through either losing a friend, either losing a loved one, either ending a relationship, either beginning a relationship. We're either starting a business or we ending a business. We're either in a ministry or leaving a ministry. We're either starting to align God's will with our purpose, and then some of us are just feeling like maybe this is just not for me. One thing you're gonna have to remember is nothing happens just because it's gonna. Nothing happens just to happen. Everything that happens is for a reason, and it's up to you. It's up to you and God together as a team, as one whole, to go through and figure out what it is in this lesson, what is in this season, what lesson that you have learned. And I know for me, I have, lost a lot of things. I have lost people, and at first, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of made me bitter. And instead of me being bitter, y'all, I reached out to a lot of my friends. Like, I talked to my friends, I talked to my dad. I haven't necessarily talked to my mom yet. Well, my mom, I haven't talked to them. But I kind of like am trying to be more lenient, like more, I'm trying to lean more towards my dad due to the fact of when it comes to relationships and things of dating and stuff like that, because I can't really ask a woman about a man and why he acts this way. I can only ask a man of the logical thinking of why he could act that way. At the end of the day, you can't control what someone does to you. You can't control how someone treats you, and you can't control the fact that someone wants to walk out of your life. If that person wants to walk out of your life, let them walk out of your life. Whether you were good to that person, whether you were that person's cheerleader, whether you and that person had a disagreement and you thought that you guys had fixed it, whatever the case may be, let that person walk, because it's actually a blessing on your part. It's actually easy on your part, because that person is no longer causing you to, I wouldn't say worry, but to be concerned about if your relationship is going to grow, if it's going to process, if you're doing your part and they're doing their part. This also refers to a business relationship, a friendship, and people confuse themselves because they say, well, a friendship is not a relationship. A friendship is a relationship. At the end of the day, when there is companionship involved, it's still a relationship. So people get upset because you mention companionship in your friendship, and they're like, well, that's for a relationship, and it's really not. It takes two people to make something work. It takes two people to, I need to get some gas. It takes two people to work together. Somebody has to, you both have to put in effort. It can't just be one person. And when someone tells you, you know, well, I don't want to put effort into this, then that person is not meant to be in your life. You need to just let that person go. And that's one problem that I can say, y'all, that I struggle with, and I'm still struggling with right now, and I'll probably struggle with when the new year comes in, that I don't know how to, I know how to let people go, but it depends on the circumstance, it depends on the situation, it depends on what happened. And for me, like, I be needing to know like what happened. And as I'm getting older, and by talking, you know, to friends and praying and of those things, I'm learning that I'm not the problem. Sometimes it's not you, sometimes it's the other person. And you can't let how someone else do things unto you. You cannot let that affect you. The role that you're going to take in life, your purpose that you're stepping into, your relationship with God. And sometimes things happen because maybe you are supposed to maybe you're supposed to be closer to God instead of closer to that person. Maybe you're supposed to grow your relationship with God first before you can grow a relationship with that person. And so if that is what is to happen, you have to just let things be and just take things for what they are. If it's in God's will for you and that person to either be friends again, to be in a romantic relationship, to have a business going together, if it's meant for you to have that business deal that you were supposed to have, it will happen when it's supposed to happen. And we get discouraged, we get a little upset, we get a little, and when I say conflicted, I mean that in our minds, we confuse ourselves, conflict ourselves, and try to make excuses for other people's actions. And you can't do that. Like, who they are is who they are. Do I believe people can change? Yes. I don't think people can change wholeheartedly. That's just my thing. I don't, you know, that's another video for another time. That's just how I think. I do believe that people can change, but do I think they could change completely overall? No, because there's still some flaws, there's still going to be some mistakes you make, and I am still a human being at the end of the day, and I still have to learn how to deal with you and your ways. So don't let, how can I put this? Treat people good. Whether people treat you like shit, Whether people betray you, abuse you, neglect you, take advantage of you, whatever they do, don't stop being you. Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to look for my bank card. At the end of the day, no matter what happens, you're still gonna be blessed. And I'm not saying that that person is not gonna be blessed, but in my opinion, to me, this is what I believe. God does not put people in your life to hurt you. He does not put people in your life to harm you. Now, if that person does hurt you, if that person does harm you, that is because of that person and their actions, and how their spirit is, and how their heart is set up. But you do have people like me, like you, like good people in the world, that even when we're mistreated and we're talked to crazy, we're still good. We don't let that affect us. The fact that I still have to wake up tomorrow and it's a new day, I don't let that affect my next day. I try not to let it affect the rest of my evening. So don't worry about if that person is either gonna call you, if that person is gonna be there, because at the end of the day, if God wants it to happen, He's gonna let it happen. And I've learned so long time that people come into your life for a season. They're like leaves on a tree. After a while, they blow away, fall off, and they blow away. Sometimes, and if you guys, sometimes they can become a root. Sometimes it depends on where you place this person. Sometimes if you want to plant a new seed, you plant, I don't even know where I just messed up somewhere. But you can, if you want to build something with someone, you plant a new tree, and that becomes your tree. You guys together, that becomes your tree. So you share a tree. You grow it, you water it, you nurture it, you love it, and you do everything you can. If it happens to where leaves start to fall off and the trees start to become rotten and it starts to lift and fall over, then that lets you know that tree no longer stands. That tree can no longer be saved. But I believe in turning over every leaf. I believe in turning over every stone. That's what I believe. But at the same time, it has to take two people, whether it's, again, a friendship, relationship, business deal, or whatever. It has to take two people for you guys to have an understanding, for you guys to understand each other, for you two to communicate and respect each other's feelings. I'm not saying that you're gonna like anything that anyone else has to say, but at the end of the day, it's all about you and how you feel, and that you love you, that you take care of you first. If you're not happy with something and it doesn't sit with you, and you feel that this is not something that is meant for your life, you can walk away. You can walk away. I say don't walk away on bad terms. I would say talk about it, come to an agreement, and then you both go your separate ways. And if it's meant to come back together, it will. So I just wanted to give you guys that little talk, or however you want to put it, because I'm going through this, and I'm starting to be able to come and like talk to you guys about stuff when I'm going through stuff, and instead of just shutting it out and not being able to talk about it, I want to share it, and I want to get my message out there, because I know it can help someone. Like y'all know, I said from the beginning, I don't care if one person watches my videos, I know that I at least touch one person. I don't care if two people, out of them two, one person heard what I had to say, and they're gonna take heed and apply it to some part of their life, either now or later. It does not matter.
Instead of worrying, here's what you can do. Praise Him anyway.